Hello folks, Mink back here again with Planescape Torment, right where we left off before. Uh, yeah, one club. Oh yeah, sell a dagger.
See the shine on that? See the edge on it? I tell you what, cutter, that'll do you, you business.
Only 6. The other guy was offering 20 even though he wouldn't buy the thing. Stupid. But anyway,
Done.
now off to Ragpicker Square, I think. Actually, no. Because we still have, what do we do? Talk to Mar about the box. Mar. Oh yes, he's in front of the, what is it, the flop house, I think. Yeah, this place. Except he is not there.
I'm gone.
Oh, there's another one up here. More. There's another one. Follow the trail of dead limbs. Oh. And kill the thugs. You know, say what you will about these thugs, at least they're more durable than the dark alley shivs. Those guys were just pathetic. Okay, follow the trail of dead limbs. Hey Mar, how's it going? Let's save our game here. Mar's eyes take on a wild look as he sees you approaching. In a high screeching voice, he asks, "What you be doing back here? Don't come back till you deliver in the box." I got rid of the box. It does me heart good to hear ye say that. Before ye kills me for the horrible deed of tricking ye into taking that box, please let me try to explain. I'm listening. The long and short of it be that the box has been around as long as anyone can remembers. Genis, some folks were fighting, and when they was done, a huge demon was imprisoned inside the box. Other folks say an evil wizard made it just for seeing others suffer. No one rightly knows what the truth behind the box be, but the owner of the box will die should it be open. Why didn't the owner just put the box where no one else could find it? Aye, seems it should have been as simple as that, but who among us could live with the death sentence lingering over their head? It would drive any sane man over the edge, having to worry about the whereabouts of that damnable box at all times. Okay, so why me? First, I haven't seen you around here before. You see, I needed a clueless Burke, such as yourself, to accept the box and become the new owner. Everyone's around here knows not to take the box, not for any price. Secondly, if you didn't examine the box when you had it, you would have noticed that whatever magics were placed on it were weakening. With me being the current owner and all, you can see as I needed to pass it on right quickly. Besides, if anyone looked ready to pass on to the next realm, it was ye. Bud, you are treading lightly there. You want to talk about passing on to the next realm, keep talking or you'll find out about it. Obviously, I picked a cutter of no small means. Surely this has been but just a minor inconvenience to one such as ye. I offer this weapon and some jink to line your purse as a reward for your troubles. This is all I own, and coincidentally, 'twas what that rat Kuatra used to get me to take possession of the box. Give me my reward and then leave.
Updated might feel stronger.
And we level up for our troubles, so at least we got that, I guess. Six hit points. Weapon proficiency slot gained. 1 characteristic point. Ah, boy. So, what do I want to increase? Let's go with intelligence. If I am planning on eventually becoming a mage, seems reasonable. Alright, let's go to Ragpicker Square. Collector.
Done.
Collector. Yellow fingers. The door. This Weasley-looking fellow is skulking about the garbage like a tattered shadow. Seeing you and Mort, he beckons to you. Stay! The skull! Where you get the skull, eh? Me skull it is. Give it back to me. Mort turns to the Hiver. Pike off. Truth, go on, take the skull. Attack him as soon as he's off guard. Go on, take the skull. Who are you? Skull's mine, eh? Give it to me. I'll forget you stole it. He mumbles, his narrowed eyes darting. If you can prove to me that the skull is yours, then I'll give it to you. He stares at you for a moment, like you're addled. It's pikin' mine, talkin' proof. Don't know nothing. Gives me the skull back. Nows! This is not your skull. You calling me a liar, eh? Skull's mine. Mine! He mumbles for a moment, eyes rolling and darting. Ye the thief, spittin' lies. I'll gut ye. Wow. Go on, try it. See what happens. The man glances at you, eyes narrow. Suddenly, he attacks. You can't be serious, buddy. Wow. What did that do for our alignment? Well, we are still neutral good, so nothing. Rat bone. What do you gotta say, rat bone? This man is whistling a cheerful tune and playing with a well-kept fighting knife. As you approach him, he stops whistling and gives you a curious look. What you want? Got some questions. Me name's Ratbone, Cutter. I'm a thief for hire and the employee of Sharegrave, the boss of the collectors you see around this square. He pays me mostly to learn his lads to be real quiet-like, and how to fight if they runs into a spot of trouble. That's likely the only questions I'll answer for ye, Cutter. He sniffs and shrugs. I'm looking for a man named Farad. Do you know where he is? Ratbone shakes his head. Nay, I don't. Here he's nearby, though. Some of his lads come running through at times, making for some hidey hole that's who knows where. Somewhere up around those elevated platforms, I'll bet. But it's none of me business. He shrugs and spits on the ground. Live and let live, says Ratbone. Where's your boss, Sharegrave? He nods toward the large, dilapidated house beside him. Careful, though, Cutter. He don't like visitors. He's right suspicious of everyone. Sharegrave's not even his real name. Just what me and some of the others calls him. Said you were a thief for hire. Could you train me? Sure, for a spotted jink. Been trained before. Nope. That's fine. I'm gonna cuff you now, so dodge it. He suddenly swings his open hand at your head. Dodge the blow. You avoid Ratbone's blow. Not bad, Cutter. Now about that spotted jink. 50 commons, and I'll see you trained right up. Sure. You know you gots to stop doing whatever you're doing now, right? You can't be a warrior or whatnot and a thief. Are you alright with that, Cutter? Yeah, sure. Let's get to it then. What I'm gonna learn ye here are a thief's 6 best bloods. Sneaking about, hiding, picking locks and pockets, finding and removing traps, and me favorite, stabbing plucky Burks in the back. Go on. Sneaking about, hiding in the shadows, and moving real quiet-like is right handy. Better a live git than a dead Cutter, eh? Not only do you stay out of harm's way, if you does want to stick someone, you've got the upper hand right off. But I'll tell you more of that later. Keep in mind, though, you can't go sneaking if somebody's already looking at you. Go on. Picking pockets and locks is a good thing, too. Supplement the old income and such. Just be ready to run if they gets caught picking a pocket. And always check for traps if you're picking a suspicious lock. If you're gonna look for traps, just check the area over nice and slow. Sometimes it'll take you a moment or two to see them. Go on. If you does find a trap, use your skills to disarm the blighted thing. It's a lot like picking a puzzle lock, really. Go on. The last thing I'll learn you is the backstab. Ratbone sighs happily. If you manages to sneak up on a bugger and you wants to start a row, just attack the sod from behind. You've got a much better chance of hitting him, and when you do, you hits harder. Alright then, let's get to training. Ratbone nods. Alright, Cutter, first off you got to relax. You're too tense. You're gonna have to let your instinct take over at times and trust your hunches. And so your training as a thief begins.
Updated my journal.
A 2,500 experience. After a long period of training, Ratbone nods at you in satisfaction. I must say, Cutter, never have I runs across a faster learner. I'd almost say you've done this all before. Perhaps I have, Ratbone, and simply forgot. Thanks, and for what?
I feel stronger.
So we are now a thief. Which I will take, I guess. Level 1 thief. Level up. 2 hit points gained. Okay. 40 thief skill points. So, open doors, I assume, is also locks. Detect traps. We want more detect traps. More stealth. Some more open locks. And more stealth. We are now a thief level 3. Level 5 fighter, level 3 fighter, level 3 mage. Skeletal worker. You had to have killed stronger than that, dak'kon. Anyway, Thaco 15, Thaco 16, Thaco 18. You know, we still have proficiency in axes, hammers. Where the heck did I get an axe? Hollow axe. 1 to 8 slashing. Usable only by fighters. Was I carrying this and I didn't know it? Huh. Oh, yeah, hey. I forgot I had this. 10% stealth skill bonus. Sure. I can still use my dagger. I can still use my fist irons. I can still use my pry bar. That's good.
All right.
So how do I... Freeze dead, stealth mode.
Play of shadows.
Nod. As you approach the hooded brown-robed man, you notice that he's mumbling to himself softly and occasionally nodding. Greetings. Someone comes to speaks to nod, aye? He suddenly breaks into a fit of hacking coughs, then nods to himself. What are you doing? Nothing, except looking for deaders, nothing else. He sniffs, then gives another hacking cough. He mumbles for a moment, then speaks again. Nothing else, needs to jink. Deaders? The man nods. Deaders! Can sell them to the dusties. You can sell the corpses? He starts nodding without really looking at you. Haul them to the black place, the mortuary. He tilts his head back and forth, then nods again. They're dusties, they haggles and gives jink. They takes the deader in, they do aye, and nod don't talks to them till the next body. He sniffs, wiping at his nose with the back of his hand. Why do they pay for the corpses? He shrugs. No matter. He smiles, then nods sagely. Jink for me, jink. What is this place? He frowns and licks his lips. Ragpicker Square. The square trash everywhere. Aye, everywhere. He coughs. What are you doing? Okay. I had some questions. He nods. What? He sniffs, then squints at you. Jink? He taps his head, points at you, then points at his hand. You wants to know something? Jink. Aye, jink. Oh, we have 3,000 copper pieces. Let's give him 10. Jink for nod, jink. He mumbles for a moment, hiding the copper coins away in the folds of his robes. Ask, nod tries to answer, aye? He coughs for a bit, spitting something off to the side. You know of a man named Farad? He looks frightened and starts to shake his head. Farad? He scratches his head. What about him? He frowns, then shakes his head as if he is not sure he should be speaking to you. Do you know where I can find him? He shakes his head, then mumbles. He glances quickly at you, then begins to murmur again to himself. It sounds like he's uttering a prayer against evil. Not here in square. He frowns as if unsure how to explain it. In square. But not in the square. He shakes his head again, then coughs. Specifics, please. Be more specific. Whatever. Tell me about the collectors. Me? He seems unsure for a moment, then nods assent. Me. Scoops up deaders. Takes the dusties. Dusties pay jink for dead to their right place. Dead happy. Dusties happy. Not happy, aye. With not shiny jink. Tell me about this area. Points to the ground, nodding. The square, Ragpicker Square, trash everywhere. Aye, Sharegrave Square. He mumbles himself for a moment. Tell me about Sharegrave. Sharegrave shadow long, falls over Nod, it does, aye. Nod gives Shema his jink to Sharegrave. Sharegrave tells others in his shadow. Watch out for Nod, aye. He sniffs, nodding slowly. I'm looking for a journal. No. He shakes his head vigorously. No journal. He sniffs, wiping his nose with his sleeve. Whoa, I kind of carried on his speech pattern there into the actual narration. Okay, farewell. He shakes his head, coughs, then resumes his nodding. You'd ask a nod I, not ask a ye. Question for ye I? Sure, go ahead, ask your question. Nod has a sister I, Amaris. Amaris. Lives in the Hive, away from here, away from the square. So long, long ago, Nod was separated from his sister, taken away. You've been separated from her and you'd like me to find her.
Updated my journal.
You don't know her? He shakes his head sadly for a moment, chewing his lower lip. If you sees her, if you does, tell her Nod, her brother, worries about her. Aye, he does, he worries. Why don't you go find her? No! Nod covers his head with his arms, mumbling to himself. Nod can't speaks right no more, he can't, nay. And he smells of corpses and the dirt of the square, Ragpicker square. No! The outburst sends him into a fit of hacking coughs. What happened to you, Nod? Nod sniffs, looking at the ground quietly. Finally, he begins nodding to himself, speaking softly. Nod was young he was, and started hearing voices, telling Nod do this, do that. Bad things, bad, like chewing on Nod's fingers. He holds his hands to his face, and you can see old bite scars beneath the caked-on filth. Go on. So Nod's parents takes him away, they does, puts him in a dark place, a winged tower, where they pokes needles and hooks into Nod's head. Voices stop, they do, but Nod can't think right, can't talks right. Nod escapes the place he does, wakes up in the Hive, Where is this winged tower? Dunno, bad place, bad. He shakes his head violently, clutching at his temples before resuming his usual nodding. Go on. Nod wakes up. There's collectors, collectors poking at Nod, saying, Look, not deader, he's not. Takes him back. And they takes Nod's back, they does, back to the square. So long years ago. Alright, I'll find your sister. Not thanksy, he does, not thanksy. Amaris was pretty, so pretty. Lives in the Hive now. Fair-skinned she was, hair like jet, and always in blue. Blue! She was always in blue. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Well, I believe we
gone.
found this person he's talking about, so let's go do that quick. Get out of here.
I'm gone.
Go all the way down here. And go
I'm
all
gone.
the way down here.
Come on off with you there, let's go. All right, Governor, don't dawdle then.
Oh, hey. Since we are now partied with the Gith, this Gith turns to face you as you approach. Like dak'kon, he has a yellow cast to his skin and a gaunt frame. His clothing is a curious blend of sharp colors and dull, mud-stained browns. The Gith's dead black eyes flicker over dak'kon, then you. Greetings. The man ignores you and turns to dak'kon instead. He speaks several clipped words in a low tongue which you can't understand. His expression doesn't change as he speaks, nor does he make any hand motions, so you can't even hazard a guess at what he's saying. dak'kon replies with an arrow flight of words in the same tongue, and the Githzerai falls silent. What's he saying, dak'kon? The Githzerai turns to you as you speak, then turns back to dak'kon and speaks again, this time at great length. dak'kon replies. It sounds like the same arrow flight of words as before. The Githzerai falls silent again. dak'kon says something else, and the Githzerai responds with another lengthy stream of words. dak'kon, can you ask him some questions? dak'kon turns to the Githzerai and speaks, this time at a slower, more measured pace than before. The Githzerai's reply is a short one. What did he say? Your words are known to me, the Githzerai interrupts. Face me and speak your mind. I will hear you. Very well. I had some questions. Alkali drowning. I'm sorry? Your question is a stab in the dark, an arrow without direction. His forehead wrinkles. The answer to this question would fill the mind of an anarch. There is no time for such an answer. Tell me plainly what you wish known. Can you tell me where I might find work? There is little work here. You can hunt rats for bounties. You can gather the dead. Bounties on rats. He pays for rat tails. Many die. Take the dead to the men of dust. Why? Alright, go on. Many die. Blah, blah, blah. It pauses, then speaks again. Ask your questions, I will hear you. I seek someone named Farad. Do you know of him? That one is not known to me. Alright. Lost a journal. Have you seen one? That object is not known to me. Alright. Can you tell me about dak'kon? He walks with you. His forehead creases. How is it that he is not known to you? I was hoping you could tell me something about him. He is not speechless. If you would know him, put the questions to him. Do not insult us both by treating one as a statue. Alright. Can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? It is said she is the queen of this city. Her mind is not known to me. Why would you know his mind? Her mind, sorry. Can you tell me where this city is located? This city touches all places. What do you mean? This city is a cage with many doors. Each door touches another place. Why do you call the city a cage? Any structure with locked doors is a cage. Locked doors? Every door in this cage is locked. Each door has its own key. Only then may you leave. Where are the doors located? Everywhere. They number as many as the places they touch. Places like where, everywhere, every plane. I don't understand. Whoops. Whatever, farewell.
All right.
So, the Gitzerai townspeople have nothing interesting to say. I was assuming they would because we're traveling with dak'kon. Guess not.
I'm gone.
And I believe Amaris is up here by Morns for trees. Apparently not. I thought that harlot there in blue was Amaris, but I guess not. More thugs. What the heck's his name? Another harlot in blue that is not Amaris. Amaris. And more thugs that want to beat down.
Damn.
You see that?
Not bad, more 16. You see a young woman dressed in a tight leather bodice and leggings. She smells faintly of cheap perfume, and her face, though pretty, is painted with garish makeup. She smiles coyly as she sees you. Seeking some company, love. Are you, by any chance, Amaris? She stares at you silently for a time, then speaks. I was called that once, long ago. Who are ye? I was sent to find you by Nod, your brother. He's worried about you and hoped I could tell him how you were. Nod? He's alive? Where? Why didn't he come to seek me out himself? I think he's ashamed. He's a collector now, living in poverty in Ragpicker Square. He doesn't seem quite right. In the head, I mean.
Updated my journal.
I was a bit touched, even as a child, when his name was Thodus. Oh, I've missed him so. A shame, though, ha! Me own work's no more proud. Ah, well, at least I'm doing well for myself, for a hiver at any rate, eh? I must visit him soon. She looks at you closely for the first time since you've spoken. Are you a friend of Nod's, or... Of a sort, yes. Why? Could ye... She frowns, biting her lip as if considering something. Could ye give this to him? She steps close to you and offers a pouch of what looks to be about 100 copper commons. Yes, I'll get it to him, and then not give it to him. No, I'd best not. I'll tell him you'll visit soon, though. Yes, I swear I'll get it to him.
Updated my journal.
She hands you the pouch. I thank ye. Go speak to Nod for me, and tell him how I worry about him so. I will. Farewell. Alright, Nod. Here we come again.
All right.
That's what I thought, but it looks like it's a black thing in my hand there. Unless that's just these enhanced outlines on the characters. Probably is.
Show me.
All right. I'm gone.
Alright, Nod. Someone's come to speak to Nod? Speaks to Nod, I? He suddenly breaks into a fit of hacking coughs, then nods to himself. I spoke to your sister, Amaris. You did? Nod so happy he is. How's Nod's sister? Tell him of Amaris. Tell Nod, please. His excitement sets off a long series of hacking coughs. When he can finally speak again, he asks, Is Nod's sister still pretty? So pretty? Why? Yes, I did. She's a horror, and one so foul I doubt I'd even be with her free of charge. Oh, man. Yes, she is. She's a prostitute now in Hive. She is doing well and is worried for you. Not so pleased to know his sister is all right. He looks as if he's going to cry for a moment, then swallows hard. Anything more she said for Nod to hears? Only that she said she would visit you as soon as she found the time. Oh, that would be wrong. Yes, she wanted you to have these copper commons. She will also visit you as soon as she can find the time.
Updated my journal.
Nod's head stops nodding abruptly and his jaw drops as you hand him the 100 coins. Beneath the dark brown hood, his eyes gleam with joy. Such wonderful news, it is good, wonderful news, I. Not thanks ye, and thanks ye again, and thanks ye 1,000 times more, I. Glad I could help. Farewell, Nod. 750 experience for that. We made some vows. Oh, still neutral good. There's some buildings we can go in. Whoa. Cranium rats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What's up?
Actually, you know what? You attack that one.
Balance
You
in
attack
all
that one.
things.
And you attack that
In
one.
knowing the teachings of Zerthamon, I have become stronger.
Yeah.
Nice. Alright.
It
Come
is
on,
I.
you can carry the rat tails. What do they do? Absolutely nothing. Unlike the rat tail charms. And you leveled up as a fighter.
My blade has changed.
His blade has changed? 4 hit points gained, 1 hit point from Constitution.
I hear your words.
2 to 9 slashing, +1 armor class. Memorize 1 additional first level mage spell. I believe it already did all that other stuff. Or not. Never mind. Fist of Iron, Submerge the Will. Vilquar's Eye. Blindness. But I think we'll go with a magic missile. Scripture of Steel. +1 to hit, +1 saving throws. It's a nice buff, I guess, but go with a magic missile.
I'm gone.
Forgot about the containers. Of course it's empty. This one too? Yes. Why wouldn't they be? Alright. That's Sharegrave's building. Jar him.
Done.
Whoa. Alright, so he gets mad at that. Gotcha. Whoop. Hello, Jerem. What? Who? Greetings. I really don't have time to talk with you. You see, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to complete my spell without the key component. Maybe I can help? Jerem pauses for a second. I guess it couldn't hurt. I am in need of a ruby to complete my spell. It must be of exceptional quality, not like the junk they sell at the marketplace. If you should find one, bring it back to me and I shall make it worth your while.
Updated my journal.
Okay. A ruby. I believe
I'm gone.
there was a ruby.
Done.
Oh boy.
All
I
right.
believe we told what the heck's his name to keep the ruby. A follower of Eoskar.
All right.
May Eoskar grant you safe passage. How may I help you? I'd like to purchase that gem you took from Mordor's box. Luckily for you, I haven't had the time to sell it yet. I'll let you have it for the bargain price of 300 coppers. Huh. about 100 coppers? I don't know what it is, but I like you. I'll let you have the gem for 200 and not a copper less. What do you say? Sure, I'll take it. May Eoskar, the god of portals, doors, and opportunity, smile upon you. Farewell. I'm guessing that was a charisma check. I don't know how much charisma you need. And I did not put any extra points into charisma, so who knows is what I'm saying.
All right.
What a back and forth fetch quest. You know, I probably could get them all at once and leave and then go back and turn them all in, but I don't really operate that way.
All right.
Hey, we're being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
Morador's Ruby. This is a fairly large ruby, recovered from Morador's box. Gems of this quality are valued by practitioners of the art as a component for various spells. Got your ruby. You're back. Did you manage to find one? Is this what you're looking for? That's perfect. Where did you... Never mind. Here. Jerem takes the gem from you, handing you a good sum of coins. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to work on my spell. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
500 experience. And... did we even get any coins out of that? Lost copper 200. Handing you a good sum of coins. We didn't get any coins. We got no coins. Whatever.
All right.
Collector. House. Midwife's hut. Old Mebith. A number of herbs are hanging from this rack to dry. A stove made out of some sort of petrified wood. Well, it's the modern Stone Age family, I guess. This squat old woman looks like she has had all the color bled out of her. Everything from her hair, to her shawl, to her robe, all are shades of gray. The only splotches of color on her come from several strange herbs, which are tied to her belt by their stalks. The herbs make a strange swoosh when she moves, like a broom. Greetings. The elderly woman turns and stares at you, and you notice her gray shades blanketing her body extend to her features as well. Her hair is a wispy gray, and her eyes are like chips of granite. She frowns when she sees you. And who might you be? The name's Adon. I like how they throw that out there, Adon. I am a traveler. Is that so? And where have you traveled from, then? From the mortuary through the Hive to here. Ha! Mortuary pale faces, all concerned with making sure the debtors are all in the just right places. Ha! Dusties and fools. 2 words, same meaning. The woman's features suddenly go blank, and her eyes roll to the back of her head. Are you alright? The woman starts mumbling, her tone mocking. Me am Dusty. Me want to die 'cause this life fake. Her eyes snap back to the front and she snorts, Dusties. No sense, no nothings. She points her finger at you. You run out of this life, child. There's little or no place to go. I see. Who are you? With a sly cackle, she wags her eyebrows. Have you not heard of old Maybeth, then, the midwife of the square? Have you not now? She narrows her eyes and her voice drops. Well, now ye have, for I be Maybeth. You're a midwife. What do you do?
Updated my journal.
I set bones right, drive the cough out of the sick, yank out squealing, studding babes, mend cloaks or a rag or two, make cures and herbs and other such. She squints at you, studying your scars. Be needing a cure or 3, do ye then? Cures? Ah, ye be needing some cures to look at you. You want to buy some, do ye? She glances at the scars covering your body again, then shrugs. Too late to be asking for them, I think. I don't need any cures now, but they might be useful later. Can I see what you have? Hey, she buys bronze bracelets. She also buys runes of lesser and greater warding. None of the junk. Buy the cranium rat tails. But we'll be turning those in for the bounty, I think. Hey, she has a charm of infinite recall. A divine censor. Invokes raised dead. Remove curse. Blood charm, heart charm, clot charm, needle and thread, bandages. So this is the good where to go for healing items, I guess. Good to know. She casts remove curse. Won't buy the hollow axe though. I'm tempted to buy that charm. I mean, I already have 2, which is nice. You know what? We have a little bit of money. Ooh, she is. Oh my. Oh my. So she has an infinite number of those. Okay, that's good to know. I should not have bought one. No, we don't know. We are done here. Some questions. You know someone named Farad? Farad? That ta. He watches Maybeth spits once, twice, 3 times, then follows it by making a semicircle over her heart. That gold turd. What you be wanting with the likes of him? I need to find him. Do you know where he is? He's not in Ragpicker Square, that much I can tell ye. You need to find a way under the square to get to that turd spider's kip. She spits again. Even talking about him leaves a foul taste, it does. He's under the square? She jabs her finger at the floor. Aye, he's buried beneath these piles of trash, him and his boys, and a tough time he'd have digging him out of his nest. She shakes her head. Let be, child. I need to find him. How do I get down there?
Updated my journal.
Maybeth frowns, then sighs. Hear tell, Farad's got a gate that leads to his nest somewhere here in the square. It's just a matter of finding it. You might want to ask some of the others, some who travel a bit more than old Maybeth. I see. I'm missing a journal. Do you know where I could find it? Maybeth thinks. Haven't seen one. If it's in the square, which I doubt since folks don't traffic much with books and the like, it's most likely been sold or stolen. Was it something important to you then? A magic thingy all glowing and sparkling with magic, say? If so, you might never see it again. Other questions? And I know she can train you in mage, to be a mage, but I just became a thief, and this group right now is lacking a thief. So I think I will hold off on the mage training for now, and I will stay a thief. I believe that's where this "Are you a witch?" line goes. Maybe it scrutinizes you. I say not as to what I am and isn't, but what you want to know so full bad for that you hound an old woman barking and sniffing for a juicy bit of gossip? Yep, I want to learn about magic. Could you teach me? We'll hold off on that. I think that's it. Later, maybe. Oh, yeah, actually, hold on. Could I rest here? She nods. Of course, child. I have a mess of blankets in the corner. That would serve. That would be fine, thank you. So, dak'kon gets his spells back. Now it's probably night. Yep.
All right.
This sagging platform looks as if it is about to collapse. Alright, I guess that's kind of it. I mean, there's still there is a path up there, but you know what? Let's get Grave out of the way.
I'm gone.
Let's save the game here. Tall and lanky, this pale, grim-looking man exudes authority despite his gangly and somewhat awkward frame. A good portion of his left ear is missing. What little that's left is a ragged mess of scar tissue, as if the ear was bitten rather than cut off. His narrow, shifting eyes, almost mere slits, look clever and dangerous. Would you be Grave? He spits out a reply. I don't know you, Burke. He glares at you. Who are you to be asking about some Grave, Cutter? A man called Pox referred me to Grave. I was told he might know the location of someone named Farad. The tension in the room suddenly rises. Now, what a funny thing to be asking about. What do you want to know about old blood Farad for? He's a friend of mine. He has some things of mine, and I want them back. The man is silent for a moment, then cracks a smile. He steals from us all, doesn't he? Whether we're living or dead. He chuckles. What do you mean? Our main source of living around here is the dead. You follow? You're a collector. Aye, that's right. He looks at you as if he's considering something. Now, there's only so many deaders at one time. My bloods and I can only gather so many. If somebody else is gathering deaders, that's that much less jink that goes into our pockets. So...
Updated my journal.
The rub is that he's found a motherload of them. Now, I haven't heard of any massacres in Sigil. He frowns, tapping at his chin. So I'm quite interested in knowing where all the deaders are coming from. I could find out for you, if you'd like. Oh, aye? And how would you do that? All I need to do is find them. Let me worry about the rest.
Updated my journal.
You got it. I'll even give you 100 copper commons for your trouble. Go up on the platforms, follow them to the north and west, and you'll come to a gate that leads to Farad's bullhole. Getting in and getting the information is your deal. And if anyone asks, you don't know me, and we never had this talk here. God. Doing those raspy voices that, kind of mess with the throat. Yeah, they kind of get to me. Who are you? For a smart cutter, you don't listen too well. Alright, goodbye. I mean, I thought that was the jokey response, like, hey, we never had this conversation and you don't know me. Who are you?
Right.
Ha ha ha. Well, apparently not. The guy's too serious for that. Why so serious, Sharegrave? This tower looks like it was built to hold rainwater. Alrighty. This sagging platform looks as if it is about to collapse. The underbelly of this platform is thick with razor vine. It looks like it is holding the platform together. Oh, how the heck did you get up there, man? This archway leads only inches into the small building before coming blocked by a solid wall of refuse. The rubbish is packed so tightly it may as well be stones and mortar. As you come closer, however, the archway's outline begins to shimmer. You notice the handful of junk you've been carrying about begins to shimmer as well. Thrust the junk into the archway. The wall of refuse flickers, wavers, and seems to fold in on itself, revealing an open space beyond it. A passage or portal seems to have formed within the frame of the archway. I knew that junk would come in handy. So, save the game. Adventure. And with that, I think this is where we are going to call it an episode, folks. So next time we will go down into the depths here. Here. Why can't click up there? I don't know. And see if we can find Farad once and for all. We are quickly approaching where this will turn blind. I don't remember if I've been down there or not, so there's that. I mean, maybe it'll spark a memory once I've been down there, but I don't know. So, interesting times ahead, folks. Interesting times. I mean, a lot of this is already somewhat unfamiliar, but I remember more than I thought I would, honestly. I remember more than I thought. Like that Maybeth taught you magic. And that one thing from before with the Rotten William. But anyway, until next time, folks, I hope you're enjoying the run so far. This is Mink. Farewell.